Hi Pisces, welcome to your reading. If you're new to my channel, my name is Amber, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. This is going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter signs of Pisces for the month of January. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate the support on the channel. If you would like to book a personal reading, you can do so on my website. The information is down below in the description box. You can also follow me on Instagram if you would be interested in receiving discount codes, flash sales, those sort of things into the new year. All right. This particular reading is going to be about the first house, okay, which is surrounding the self, the ego, your opinions, your consciousness, okay, things that you're awakening to as well as arriving at. It's about gateways, portals. It's also about the physical. All right, so just a heads up, my kid is running around and I don't know how many minutes it's going to be before she busts through the door. So if we have a special guest, we have a special guest, okay? But I got to get this work done, okay? You feel me? So I'm going to be using Work Your Light Oracle for the center of the reading. It's been working out really well for the other signs. I'm going to read the card intuitively, but then I'm also going to read you the message that is in the book. Okay, it's a newer deck to my collection. Holy Spirit, Guardian Angels is going to be for Pisces, for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter signs for the month of January. Thank you for allowing me to be the vessel. What is the strongest energy surrounding Pisces? Transformation. Okay. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. Now, this is interesting because I started to do water signs last night. And right after I did air signs, and I had a phone call, and it just kind of put me out of the mood, and I didn't want that to pour into your reading. So I was like, nah, I'm not going to do it. And so this morning, I had started to sage the cards or whatever, and I wanted to do the readings much earlier. And my baby woke up earlier than I had expected. So I was like, oh my gosh, right? And then so during this entire time, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to do Scorpio or Pisces. Even though like on my board, like I have clear as day Pisces to go first of all the water signs. I was like torn in between. So to be honest with you, I really feel like some of you guys have something going on with a Scorpio. Okay, a Scorpio could be of some sort of significance, but if not, that makes sense why I was feeling a lot of scorpionic energy, because there's a transformation at hand. Okay, now I get a very mothering energy off of this. Okay. And I'm kind of feeling like for some of you Pisces, your children might be out of hand right now, to be honest with you. Family, children, people that are in your immediate environment. These could even be people that you work closely with. Things could be out of hand. Okay. I'm also feeling too that your intuition is going to be at a very, very high, or you'll be very sensitive to your intuition when we move into the eclipse, okay, in just a couple of days. Something about the solar eclipse is going to be very, very significant for you, all right? I also feel a vibe too where some of you guys may be taking more pride in your actual, like your physical appearance. Maybe you haven't gotten into action yet or spent the time yet, but it's definitely something that is creeping up on you, some sort of goal that you're setting for yourself. Oh, I just realized that there are constellations in here. Not familiar with those two constellations though. I don't know what they are. But let's see what it says. Transformation. Where are you? All right, here we go. So it says, things are changing at a cellular level. You are not who you were a year ago or who you will soon be. You are in between, emerging, half risen, half falling. Keep doing the work. You are transforming. You will look back at this time with awe. So much is happening in your inner world and within your cells. It's time to release old ways of being that have kept you in a fight, flight, freeze mode. To choose a new way of being where trauma is not the driving force. Our childhood patterns are rising up to be healed. As you allow yourself to observe them and feel them without attachment, they loosen their grip and fall away. You are being called to find new ways to self-soothe. Saturn and the Black Madonna and the African goddess Oshun influence this card. Saturn represents destruction and transformation. The Black Madonna represents the underground and all that has been cast aside. And Oshun represents the tender love of the original mother. A rethreading is happening, healing at the deepest levels. While you are in this phase, don't put yourself under pressure to perform. You may need to review your relationship with your body, perhaps even shifting your diet or exercise regimen or getting energetic healing support. You may also need to consider some kind of emotional support as issues from your childhood may come up to be healed. You are deeply loved. This affirmation is, I allow myself to receive the deepest healing and transformation for change to happen at a cellular level. Okay, so really beautiful message. Now, I also am feeling to Pisces that you may be wanting to make some type of physical move, but right now you have to stay put at least until a phase is completed, a cycle is completed. It's almost at its completion, but in the meantime you have to stay put. Okay, this may be bringing you some level of like restlessness, okay, or uncomfortableness. Now, interesting that it says that this card is ruled or influenced by Saturn, because I was telling you that this solar eclipse that's going to be taking place in the next couple of days is going to be very significant, and it's actually a solar eclipse in Capricorn. Okay, and if I'm not mistaken, we had one, the last eclipse that we had in Capricorn may have been like 5-6 months ago. Okay, I don't, for some of you guys, Los Angeles may be of some sort of significance. Okay, the western states may be of some sort of significance, somewhere where it's very arid or dry, along the lines of like almost being deserty or like arid, that type of thing. Because I'm just thinking, like, I'm looking at this card and it's almost like you're unmoved, but there's an energy of almost like an earthquake. Like, as I'm looking at the sand on the back of this card, like, you can't see it all that clearly, maybe, but it's almost quivering. So I'm just getting an energy that there's a lot of movement that's going on around you, but you're just finding yourself being unaffected by it or being in that freeze mode before you take flight. Okay, so let's see what this is about. Why is transformation here for Pisces? Why is this here? 2 cards. No, I don't like that. So you have 4th house in reverse and you have Mars in reverse. So definitely some inaction, okay? You may be put in certain battles and confrontations, discomforts, and things like that surrounding your home life to rest, okay? Definitely this has a very strong family vibration, has a lot to do with where you live, okay? Also feel like where some of you guys may have found yourself not really insecure, but just maybe dissatisfied with your physical appearance, or, you know, like your beauty regimen, just habits that you have, your diet, that sort of thing. You definitely are about to come into a place of fighting the good fight to get beyond that. Okay, but I don't see a lot of movement right now in your life, Pisces. I'm going to ask again because I only want 1 card. Why is this here? Why is transformation here, Spirit? Why is transformation here? Transformation is why transformation is here. Okay. Renewal. Okay. Your inner resources, using your basic instinct, motivation, personal power, evolution, you know, cycles, death, rebirth, those sort of things. Also subversion. So like when we say subversion, it's an energy of a Hierophant. So a Taurus could be of some sort of significance, or any of the other fixed signs. Now that I'm really tapping into the energy, there's a lot of fixed energy surrounding you. But subversion is, you know, like the concept of overthrowing order. Okay. For some of you guys, like if this has anything to do with the workplace, it could involve, you know, something like a promotion, a new level of responsibility, that type of thing. But it's definitely, subversion can come to be like very uncomfortable. It can even have like a bit of a suspicious vibration. Very intense time right now. And I think that some of you guys are also even experiencing some level of taboo. Like maybe you thought or you knew something was going to happen, or this is a cycle that you're entering in that reminds you of some time in the past. Something about the number 3 is going to be significant. But let's move on. Tell me about Pisces situation in January. Yeah, the Ace of Wands. Okay, so definitely some new venture. For a lot of you guys, this could have something to do with work. It's like something's burning away, and in the meantime, something's growing. Very, very indicative of transformation. Definitely there's an energy of subversion, though. That's ringing very heavily. Because it's interesting when I'm looking at this wand, for those of you that relate or, you know, or even aware of the story of Moses in the Bible, he's given orders, right, by God to go into Egypt and to free the Israelites. And he's asked to go and confront the Pharaoh. And he doesn't have anything, you know, like he has just these regular shoes, these like little flip-flop shoes or whatever the case may be. Mommy? Yes, baby. Oh, can you save it for me, please? I'm working right now. 2, 3. You're going to save it for me? Yeah. Can you go put it on the table in there for me? Okay. Okay, I'll be there in 1 minute, okay? Okay. Thank you. So, he doesn't have much. Thank you. He doesn't have much, and he has a stick, right? Or God gives him a staff, a stick, a staff, right? So that's what I mean when I say subversion. Like there's something that is very divine about the change that you're about to go through. I think that it is going to put you in some level of power, some seated power. This could be a seated power over, you know, kids, children, that sort of thing. But it also could be like very much so related to your finances in your workplace. But anyway, God gives him this order, and he's like, what am I supposed to do? I just have a stick. How am I going to go and basically demand Pharaoh to let my people go? And God is trying to get Moses, you know, to understand, like, I have your back. Like, I am the Almighty. I'm asking you to take this stick. This is all that you're going to need. And go on. Oh, my God, that's so crazy. Look, on the bottom, 7 of Wands, and he's praying. This is the 8 of Wands energy. It's about mastery. It's about action. That's what's coming right now. It's coming towards you. It's building up. There is some level of anxiety that I think that you're experiencing right now. Things are changing very rapidly, but changing around you. Your actual circumstance has not evolved or transformed yet. But anyway, he sends them into, you know, Egypt. And it's crazy because I'm looking back there and I'm like, that's almost like symbolic of, you know, like an empire or whatever. It could be Egypt. in at least in relatively to this story, it could be Egypt. And he sends them in there, and I think there's like 10 plagues, that end up happening, or he goes and asks the Pharaoh 9 times, and it's the 10th time that, or the 10th plague that ends up, convincing Pharaoh that he should let the Israelites go. And for those of you who don't know that story about the Bible, regardless of what your religious background is, I definitely would encourage you to watch it, okay? I think that around this time, it might be Easter, but it might be around this time that the 10 Commandments ends up playing on TV. The 10 Commandments of the Bible. Now, I grew up, I don't know why God has me getting into all of this religious stuff right now. But anyway, this is not a religious channel. I just want everybody to know that, because I am what you would call like a spiritual explorer. So I get into a little bit of like Buddhism. I was born Baptist. I lived in a Muslim country for a year with a Muslim family. So I get into a little bit of everything. I, believe personally that religion is man-made, and spirituality is very different from your connection that you have with God, okay? But anyway, this is going way left field, Spirit. What do you want me to tell Pisces? So anyway, how I was telling you that God gives him a staff. It's something that you pray for, definitely. And I think that maybe you didn't realize, or you didn't understand why things were transpiring or happening to you the way that they were happening. And it's mostly because you were being pushed, or you were being forced to go and set yourself free. Okay, to evolve something, to transform, to basically invoke some level of subversion, to overthrow some type of order somewhere that just isn't working, isn't for your highest good, isn't for the highest good of the people that are involved, like just that sort of thing. But when I'm looking at this Ace of Wands too, it's crazy, because what's burning away is also growing. It's like this is definitely indicative of a cycle. Okay, with the Seven of Wands here, it's like I think that in the past you may have been blocked from traveling, but I'm kind of seeing these wands as like gates. It's almost like the gates that would be blocking you from this empire, from this castle, whatever the case may be. They seem like they're slowly like dropping or moving away. Restrictions are being lifted. Thank you, Spirit. All right, what would be Pisces' opinion of this situation in January? Knight of Wands. Okay, so travel definitely, is needed. You could feel like what you are planning to do, or being asked or pushed or guided to do right now is a bit too ambitious for your liking. You could feel a bit defensive about action that needs to be taken in this situation. Definitely there's an energy of travel helping, okay? Some of you guys may be a bit nervous about traveling. You may feel as though like, oh, maybe I moved too quickly. Maybe I made a rash decision, or whatever the case may be. And so now with this going back, reverting to the Seven of Wands energy with this Ace of Wands, I think that you're praying, for this new beginning to be the beginning that you asked for. Your faith is being tested. You need to follow your basic instinct, though. What's the energy of the Knight of Wands here? The Four of Pentacles. This was sitting on the side a moment ago anyway, and I was ignoring it, but I was also feeling drawn to it too. Now, what's interesting is that this is the same stance that you have in this card, okay? I told you something about the number 3. Is going to be significant. You have 3 vultures here. There are 3 pentacles being offered to this emperor. Okay, it's a pre-emperor energy. The emperor was just here a moment ago. Yeah, definitely the number 3 is going to be of some great, it's going to be of a great significance. Okay, 3 weeks, 3 days, the 3rd, whatever the case may be. Some of you guys may have 3 offers. You may have 3 children. You may have to try something 3 times before you actually get it right, is also what I'm hearing for some of you guys. I think you really, really need to be mindful of the offers that are coming your way. Because when I'm looking at these 3 offers, it's like one of them is maybe an offer for you to start your own business, you know, work in retail, become some level of a merchant, a negotiator. Definitely, for some of you guys, it could even be a legal position, something involving contracts, paperwork, that sort of thing. It could also have anything to do with like real estate, that type of thing. There's another offer that's coming in. It's very much so beneath you. Okay, it could be very humbling, you know, but it's definitely like beneath, like what you're worth. Okay, like it just doesn't line up with your skills, your skill set. And then there's a third option that's very like meek. It may be an offer to work for like a charity. It may be an offer to work for like some type of nonprofit like place or something like that. It could be working with the needy, the homeless, the helpless, children, students, that type of vibration. But I think that there's one offer that maybe hasn't come in yet, and that's why you have this 7 of Wands with the Ace of Wands. You're asking for it, you're praying for it. You may have felt like you were a little bit too ambitious accepting one of these offers that you had before you, but there's one that you have your like soul set on, okay? What's going on in the physical with Pisces? Yeah, look, Knight of Pentacles. This hit the ground. You want things to speed up. Something's taking too long. Okay, for the Knight of Wands to come out as an issue, the Knight of Pentacles to be hitting the floor, this definitely has something to do with speed, time, a waiting period that you're struggling with. Needing to make plans to reach something, to get somewhere. You may need some help. You may require some help to get where you're going, to reach your ultimate goal or your destiny. Tell me what the energy of the Knight of Pentacles is. Yeah, justice. Okay, balancing out the scales. Like I said, for some of you guys, you may even need some type of escort. Interesting. Some type of escort, but for some of you guys, it's not even that like serious. This is like, when I'm seeing justice here in this element, like this may be like you're traveling somewhere, your car breaks down, so you have to call an Uber. You were traveling on a really tight budget, your bags are overweight, you have to call someone to lend you some money to take your overweight bag. Like, it's that type of logistic. Okay. Definitely something about being overweight. Yeah, and it's like, you can take that literally if you like your bag being overweight when you go travel, and it just causing like all of this, you know, like ruckus, that type of thing. But also overweight. It's like something is well overdue. You're tired of waiting on something. Why is justice here? What's the energy of justice? The Wheel of Fortune. Things are going to speed up. Things are definitely going to be speeding up. There's an unexpected level of success that's going to be coming your way. How would Pisces view the Wheel of Fortune? It definitely could have a lot to do with this eclipse energy. Okay, yeah. So, look, Christmas, okay, is on the 25th. So is the solar eclipse. on here you have the sun and the moon, but look, when you look at this moon, it's sitting in front of the sun. It's an eclipse energy, and it's like there may be some unexpected level of success, like in the next 5 days, 7 days, that sort of thing. And then you have the Knight of Cups coming out here again as an issue, you know, and this is again like nights are about action. Nights are about travel, movement, that sort of thing. And so far, you have Knight of Wands here as an issue. You have the Knight of Cups here as an issue. But the only knight that is upright is the Knight of Pentacles. And this is basically a knight that doesn't move. It's the slowest knight in the deck. But things are going to end up speeding up very quickly. You need to very much so just stay focused on what it is that you're supposed to be doing right now. I think that some of you guys may be disappointed that you have to spend the holidays on the road. You have to spend the holidays without someone, away from someone, that sort of thing. It could be your son, could be your child. It also could be any of the fixed signs, a Leo, a Taurus, a Scorpio, and Aquarius, that you're heavily fixated on or thinking about. What's the energy of the sun here? That's interesting. So I normally don't read the cards that hit the floor, but this is an interesting energy, okay? Because like you have the Three of Cups here with the Seven of Pentacles, okay? It's definitely like a work vibration, somewhere where you may have invested your time, but it may not have been emotionally fulfilling. Because this is, or, you know, it may have been emotionally draining. It's something else that I am getting. You were working really hard, but you weren't really getting the emotional fulfillment that you wanted out of it. Now, with these two cards, the energy of it is the sun. The sun, okay, well, first off, the Ace of Pentacles is the minor arcana to the sun. When we get the Ace of Pentacles, which is not out here, okay? It's not out here, but in all of these cards, I'm getting a vibration of the Ace of Pentacles. So I mean, it's quite clear that you're praying for an offer of some sort. You're hoping on an offer of some sort. That's what's on your mind, okay? When the sun comes out here, lets me know that it's coming into the 3D. Now, when I asked what's the energy of all of this, the Eight of Pentacles hit the ground, but it hit in reverse. So I definitely feel like some of you guys may be leaving behind a job, subversion, overthrowing some level of order. Like whoever was your boss is not going to be your boss anymore. That type of thing. Okay, with the Eight of Pentacles here, but the sun being upright, whatever this, you know, like investment that you may have been making in work, whatever, you know, skills you may have been working on for a particular type of situation are not going to matter anymore, because there's a new offer that's coming through, that's coming towards you. Yeah, as I say that, you have the Seven of Cups here. I'm going to put that back. What's the energy of the sun? Tell me one more time, what's the energy of the sun? Yeah, so the Lovers is coming out as an issue. And what did I say? It's like something's burning and growing at the same time. But there's a need for you to choose wisely. Very much so, you need to choose wisely. I think you need to be slow to act. And here's the Emperor again. For some of you guys, this definitely could have something to do with the father of your children, mother of your children, a divorce, that sort of thing. You may be faced with certain people that you left in your past. This could be emotionally draining for you. There could be some harsh communication. There could be some uncomfortable feelings. And I kind of feel like you're going to be taking the back seat on this situation for a minute, Pisces. Like, you're kind of sitting in, you're overseeing this. You're just observing. Whatever it is that you're moving towards, moving into, working towards, this new opportunity, this new growth, this transformation that's happening, you're pretty much overseeing it. You're not directly affected yet by the transformation, is what I'm telling you. You're not directly affected by it yet, and for whatever reason. Because even when I'm looking at this Three of Cups, this is really interesting that these women are entangled, right? She has both hands on her cup. She's holding a cup, but she's doing something else behind this woman's back. And this woman is the one that is feeling these 2 cups, there's a 3rd cup on the ground. Okay, so I'm just feeling like one of these women over here is giving more than they're receiving, regardless of gender. Regardless of gender. What's the energy of the 3 of Cups, please? 6 of Cups. Yep, and there goes the 8 of Wands. Okay, this could be communication about your children. This could be about a celebration with your children, some sort of travel towards your children, or towards someone who you've known since you were a child. Definitely about establishing some type of foundation, contributing to something. Maybe something that you need to discuss with someone, because right now you're drained. You're giving more than you're receiving in this situation. Let's see, what is Pisces going to become conscious to? Page of Swords. There's going to be some messages that are delivered to you, possibly about someone younger than you, or the messages could come from someone that is younger than you. I see you becoming very frustrated, irritated with something, but I think that you're going to become conscious to some type of storm that's brewing with someone. What's the energy of the Page of Swords? Yeah. 8 of Swords. It's a 9 of Swords energy, you know. It's an energy of like bondage. You might feel a little helpless in this situation. That could be, you know, why there's like a lack of movement on your behalf. What is happening on a spirit level? The 2 of Pentacles. Like I said, I feel like you're going to be giving up 2 offers because one of them is in alignment with you. What's the energy of the 2 of Pentacles? How would Pisces view the 2 of Pentacles? Yeah, the 2 of Cups. Movement. Balance. Duality. This is someone coming towards you because you're just at a point where you're like, I'm not making another move. You know, I'm not willing to put in any more action. I'm drained. There isn't anything else that I plan on doing towards this situation, with this situation. Yeah, like with the Death card here, this is, you know, the end of an old way of being. A lot of scorpionic energy, a lot of fixed energy, period, to be honest with you. Why is Death here? Yeah, there's some level of a battle that's over. Competition could have something to do with a Leo that you're walking away from or leaving behind, or a fixed sign that you're walking away from or leaving behind. I want to say this is Mars energy. For some of you guys, it could be Aries, but I just get the energy of a boss or someone who set up a lot of boundaries, created a lot of quarrel. But you have Death here with Judgment. For some of you guys, I'll be honest, it could quite literally be the passing of someone. And if it is, I really do, you know, I sent you my condolences. I really don't like to read for death. But I'm seeing that. I am. For some of you guys, okay? Could be a father. I want to get out of that energy. What is the outcome of this situation for Pisces in January? Tell me one more thing about the outcome. Yeah, a lot of change. Travel, okay? I like it. The Chariot, okay? Moves being made. This is moving forward. Definitely, this is moving forward. Now, what I'm thinking, though, in January, at least the process to move forward is going to begin. But I don't really feel or see that you're going to be quite settled or quite comfortable. Hence, you have the 5 of Swords here. There's something that you may need to get over as far as your ego goes. This is like winning the, you know, battle but losing the war. I don't think that this is your energy, though. This is a masculine energy. This is the energy of a fixed sign, possibly. Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, or even an Aries, a manager, a boss, something of that nature, a father figure, someone older than you. This is their energy. This is not your energy. You're at a temperance energy, which is really beautiful, okay? Sharing your thoughts? Nah, not yet. Not yet. And like I said, this is you, like there's some level of replenishment that you're going to be focused on. Tell me one more. Let me use it as a deck. That's crazy because even temperance is here even in this one. Tell me what's the outcome for Pisces. Wow. The Chariot again. The Chariot again. This is moving forward. And there goes the constellations again. I think that's the Big Dipper. Yeah, 6 of Cups here. Again, we're talking about 2 different decks, guys. 6 of Cups, 6 of Cups. Definitely some level of reconciliation, reconnection, possibly with someone who you were married to or have a family with. I definitely feel like you guys may be working something out, moving forward, healing something is going to be the outcome. Definitely still feel like that. Pisces, you may want to watch your finances. I feel like you're going to be a little bit underwater. Okay? You may need some financial assistance, some financial help. So be careful with your finances. Let's see what the advice is. What's Pisces' advice? Mutable moon. Nothing yet is set in stone. There goes that moon again. Okay? Almost into the eclipse, to be honest with you. Nothing is yet set in stone. A lot of emotional energy, you know. Now, what's odd? Well, it's not odd. It's intriguing. Pisces, you are the only sign that completely lives underwater. You completely live under your emotions, okay? You tend to come off very stoic sometimes, you know, like, yes, you can be a lot of fun, bubbly, whatever the case may be, but how deep your emotions run, I don't think really, people don't really understand. Like, look, she's underwater. Even here, it's like you are coming out of this, okay? I think you are going to bring yourself into balance on an earthly level. Like, whatever it is you've been feeling, hoping, wishing for, it's gonna manifest into the 3D. Yes, baby? You're tired? Is it nap time? Yeah. You're gonna take a nap? Okay. You gonna lay down? Sure. Mommy's almost done, okay? Nothing is yet set in stone. I don't know, for whatever reason, I want to find out what the meaning is behind this card. Oh, it says, I know the best will unfold for me. It says you're meandering towards your goal, and that's okay. It says staying adaptable is the key to success for you now. Make sure you're not being led astray. It says, have you become distracted? It's time to focus. And it says, stay with it, whatever it means to you. Yeah, really, really beautiful. Okay, something is still developing, but it's going to take off in January. It's going to start to move forward, okay? Nothing yet is set in stone, so just be flexible is the energy I'm picking up on in January, so that you're not disappointed. If you don't have expectations for things in January. You want your iPad? Okay, 1 minute. All right. Pisces, I'm so sorry for the distractions, and that's crazy because that's what your card just said, that there's going to be a lot of distractions. Or do you have, you know, distractions? Are you being led astray? So just be mindful of that. Even if it's people that you love, people that are close to you, just be very focused on what the goal is, okay? Watch your money. I just heard the lady outside drop some money. Watch your money, all right, Pisces? That's going to be your reading for January. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you would like to book a personal reading, you can do so on my website. Thank you. Bye.